It's the weekend.
Sean McVay just does not want the ball in Russell's hands. The way Russ has played today, I think McVay should feel pretty good about putting the ball in Wilson's hands. Finally, Koltsports has come back to the people.
Yes, it has. Welcome back, y'all. The wild card weekend is in the books.
Oh, it's true.
It's dang true.
Welcome back. You're watching the most electrifying sports talk show in the whole world. I'm Nikolai Koltso.
And I'm Dennis Koltsov. And hey, today, guys, I want to mention to you and I want to encourage you with one of my favorite quarterbacks that has ever lived. He's probably the GOAT.
Russell Wilson?
No. Far from Russell Wilson. His name's Tom Brady. And
oh, yeah, Tommy.
Tom Brady said, I want to earn it every day. And it really inspired me because it doesn't only inspire me. It inspires his teammates. It inspires his family, his people, his friends around him. And inspires the whole world. He has this will to win. He has this will to always be better, even though he doesn't think he's that good.
It's true. He doesn't.
He doesn't think he's that good. But to me, I'm just like, bro, you're tripping.
Yeah, he basically says that what motivates him every day he gets up is earning everything that he's got, which is impressive because when that interview was made, it was called the Brady Six. It's when he had 3 Super Bowls only. It must have worked. So he's got 6 now, and he's on his way for another one. Possibly. We'll see.
And we'll link that interview down below, so
yeah,
if you ever want to watch it.
With that, the takeaway from that is basically, you know, every single day, no matter how much success you've reached, don't ever get complacent and comfortable. There's always something more that you haven't achieved inside of you.
All right, y'all, so the wild card weekend is in the books. It's over, and boy, there were 2 disappointing games. Both the number 3 seeds, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks, ended up losing. And Seattle lost with a fashion. I mean, you know, to be honest with you, I'm really disappointed in Seattle. Russell Wilson didn't show up. The offensive line didn't show up. The coaches obviously didn't show up. And there's a lot of mess going on and a lot of questions in my head, and I'm pretty sure in a lot of Seahawks fans' heads about the future of the organization, whether they're ever going to win another playoff game. In fact, the Jacksonville Jaguars have 2 playoff wins, which is more than the Seahawks the last, 4 years?
Jags are pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe we should jump ship?
Maybe.
I can't do that.
Seattle
Seahawks wet the bed. And it was embarrassing because the whole world got to see it. You were playing a guy with 9 fingers and a backup quarterback. Russell Wilson was the 3rd best quarterback on Sunday, and that is something we're not used to seeing. Nobody is. So there's a lot of questions in Seattle. It's sad.
It's sad. But you know what else is
sad?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers also wet the bed. In fact, they wet the bed so bad. Did you catch Ben Roethlisberger crying?
He cried.
He cried at the end of the game.
I would too after that performance. Tell you that. I would be crying too.
I don't know if he's going to keep playing, so maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe he knows something we don't, but he looked very emotional. I would too if we lost to the Browns.
Yeah, and guess what? I think I know what it is. I don't think that Ben Roethlisberger is going to be in the Pittsburgh Steelers organization going forward. That's what I think.
We'll see. I don't know. I think that if he stays, they'll keep him. But I think in terms of the direction of that organization, they should really. I think they should cut him loose. Honestly, dude. Like, they should cut him loose. He is going to save them so much money, and he's obviously not the answer.
No.
For their offense.
That's true for sure. So.
Oh, Big Ben. Good luck, man.
Good luck, man.
Alright, so we have the divisional round here coming up this weekend. Starting on Saturday morning, the first game is going to be the Los Angeles Rams, who have the number 1 defense and just rolled through Seattle. Now they're playing Green Bay in Green Bay. Who do you think is going to win this game?
Well, you know, the Rams have a very, very good defensive front. If Aaron Donald plays, they're going to be very dangerous. Jalen Ramsey will match up with Devontae Adams, and it should be a very, very interesting matchup. And then you got you got the number 1 defense. The Rams have the number 1 defense facing one of the best offenses this year. Aaron Rodgers got sacked only 20 times this year, so his offensive line is playing well. They're running the ball really, really good. They got Aaron Jones on the other side. So it should be a chess match. I don't trust the Green Bay defense. That's my only issue. If Jared Goff comes in there and starts slinging the ball, starts throwing it all around the place, because the Rams do have great receivers, and Akers is a great running back. He's very efficient. Whoever will hold the line of scrimmage on both defense and offense, this game will win the game. And I remember when Green Bay lost the game in 2011 to a 9-7 New York Giants team, and Green Bay was 15-1 that year. So it has happened in the past, and maybe history will repeat itself.
There's no question that the Rams, they played with just a different intensity against the Seahawks, and they clearly beat the Seahawks. But I don't think that they were necessarily played well. The Seahawks laid an egg, and they really wet the bed in that game. And as dominant as the Rams defense is, I just don't see them coming into Green Bay and doing the same thing to Rodgers. I think they're clicking. I think their offense really is more faster than Seattle's, and I don't think that the Rams are going to be able to hang with them, especially after Aaron Donald got hurt, and so we're not really sure how healthy he'll be. So I think that this is a game that is gonna be in Green Bay's favor. Honestly, I see the Green Bay Packers also have a top 10 defense, so I'm not really concerned about the defense not being good enough to stop the Rams. They have Goff, and Goff can't sling it down the field, I don't think, not yet. Rams running game, if they get stopped, yeah, which I expect to happen. I don't think that Cam Akers is going to have another, showing like he did against Seattle. I just don't expect that to happen.
All right, guys, so the next game is the Bills versus the Ravens. This should be a very, very interesting matchup. Josh Allen is playing really well this year. He is playing so well. He got Stephon Diggs there. Their defense is very efficient. They're getting the stops when they need to, and they're making games that should be close. They're distancing themselves. Once Josh Allen hits Diggs, it seems like it's game over. The one thing I'm concerned about the Bills is the running game. They don't have a running game. And that's something that Baltimore does have. And I'm actually very concerned because if Baltimore runs the ball and controls the clock, plays good defense, they have a top 3, top 4 defense, it's going to be a long day for the Bills, and I don't know if they'll win this game because it starts with the line of scrimmage, running the ball, and then good defense. And I trust the Ravens, and that's why they're a scary team in these playoffs. They're a very scary team. If Lamar does not make mistakes, they're going to win this game.
Well, the Ravens, they run more than any other team in football. They're the number one rushing team. They have about 190 yards rushing per game with Lamar's legs. So I think the Bills, I don't see the Bills necessarily having their way with Baltimore. I think finally Baltimore got that chip off their shoulder that they can win in the playoffs. They just look good. I don't know what to expect because the Bills are also, they're an amazing defensive team. So I expect it to be a lower scoring game. I'm leaning towards Baltimore here, honestly. I think that they're still motivated from last year. Josh Allen and the Bills, they just almost got beat by the Colts.
Yeah.
And I think that Baltimore is just a tougher challenge.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go and play the next team in the championship round. Cleveland is now gonna go to Kansas City and play Patrick Mahomes. So Cleveland's hot, dude.
They are hot, but they're not hot enough.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think Baker can come in there with Chubb?
No. I'm sorry, Baker. This is the end of the road for you. You're playing a Super Bowl team. I remember when the Seattle Seahawks were a Super Bowl team in 2013. Yeah, 2013.
That feels like so long ago, but okay.
It does, but I'm making an example. When they were the number 1 seed in the NFC and people had to go play them in their home after they rested, and then you had that Legion of Boom, which is, for Kansas City, the Legion of Boom is Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes mixed with a little bit of Tyreek Hill. And that's kind of like their firepower, their version of the Legion of Boom. But I call it the Patrick Mahomes Boom. It didn't really make sense. Listen, Patrick Mahomes, guys, he's not going to lose this game. I'm not going to even really go into the details. The Kansas City Chiefs are just a way more rounded team. They're way better. They're better in every category, in my opinion. It's a fun ride.
Yeah,
for Cleveland. It's a fun ride.
Favorites.
Yeah, it's a fun ride for Cleveland, but it's the end of the road.
I think that, possibly. On the way to the game, Baker's going to be listening to Boys to Men. End of the road. And I honestly think they had a great year. I'm very impressed with the Browns. If they can run the ball here, they have a chance. That's all I'm saying. Because if you can run the ball, any team can win a game. But I don't think they're going to be able to beat Patrick at home. I agree with you. So it's going to be exciting. I expect the Chiefs to run away with it early, though. Last game, we saved the best for last. And this is going to be a night game, Sunday night. Tom Brady, the battle of some of the best quarterbacks in football. He's going to play Drew Brees in potentially his last game in the NFL.
Tampa Bay. Hey, listen. These two quarterbacks are not going to be in the league probably in the next 5 years, so you better enjoy it while it lasts, yo. And Tom Brady, man, listen, he lost to the Saints twice this year, and I think he wants some revenge. Knowing Tom Brady,
yeah,
when it comes to playoffs, I have no doubt in my mind that this game is going to go down to the last minutes, and I'm literally edging. Like I think Tom Brady's going to win. I said it. I think he's going to beat the Saints. Saints haven't proven to me in the playoffs that they're clutch over the last 5 years, but Tom Brady has proven it almost every year.
I like that. I have to honestly. I have to agree with you, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man. Like I'm already. I got my popcorn ready. I'm excited for this one, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how Tom Brady plays because they just got killed by the Saints. They got embarrassed by the Saints at their own house in Tampa Bay. So we'll see what happens. I expect Tom Brady to win this game as well. And man, that's going to be exciting to see if he can take him to the Super Bowl in Tampa.
That would be so interesting.
It would be interesting.
That would be really crazy. Tom Brady, we'll find out this weekend whether it's the Saints that are the bad matchup for Tampa Bay or whether Tom Brady actually got his groove with his team. One of those two things will be evident because I think Tom Brady got that groove the last 5 games, man. He has. I mean, that ball is zipping through the air and he knows where every guy is and he got that chemistry and, you can't take that away. You can't take that away. So.
You can't take that away. So we're excited, and sadly, it's going to be a sad ending to Drew Brees' career.
Yeah.
And but if he was going to, what?
Drew Brees.
Are you sure you're okay?
Drew Brees will be like this one day after Tom Brady.
Well, Drew Brees is going to have a whole bunch of jobs lined up for him. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Drew Brees is going to be fine. We all know he's going to be in commercials. He's going to be like an analyst. But Tom Brady's going to show him who's the GOAT for sure.
Yeah. If the Saints do win this game, that's an if.
You tired?
I'm a little tired.
We're going to yawn? It's okay.
If the Saints win this game, guys, it's going to be trouble. It's going to be trouble because they still, if they get past this game, they want revenge because it's hard to beat the same team 3 times in a row. So
I don't see it happening.
Yeah, me too.
All right, well, that's going to be an exciting weekend of football. I hope you guys are ready. Hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and make sure you subscribe, like, and comment to our channel if you love our content. As always, man, get your popcorn ready. It's going to be an amazing week of division round football. And that's the bottom line, because Koltsports said so.